You guys ready to scratch-cha-cha?
Are we ready to scratch-cha-cha? I'm ready to scratch-cha-cha. I got a scratch-cha-cha on my back right now.
Night Carnival. Wow, what an original zone name. Ah, god damn it, they got the title card. They got the title card mixed up. It's supposed to say Carnival Night. Fuck it, let's just keep it.
So, if it's Night Carnival, what happens during the daytime? Does it just go into the ether and never return until the sun goes down?
It's called Day Carnival, then.
Yeah, it's called Day Carnival.
Well, that's not very interesting. Come on, guys.
And look at all these fucking buildings, man. It took them a hell of a lot of effort to make all this shit. It doesn't disappear. You don't close something like this down because of the time of the day.
The light platforms, looking at them. What is holding Sonic up?
Light.
The neon lights.
Stand on the lights when they're off.
It's the same technology in Portal 2, Lewis. You're thinking too hard.
Wait, what?
They're hard light.
But logically, the lights are in the background if we can't
Put that fucking logic away, Lewis.
You're commentating over a game where a blue hedgehog runs super fast.
Take that logic and kick it out the window. You're
It's
not
not
going
a
to
bad
need
boy.
it for a while.
Well, you see, if this were a Mario game, I wouldn't think about it, but Sonic tries to have logical
No,
storylines.
it fucking doesn't! That is bullshit! Sonic does not...
Lewis, I'm gonna say that's pretty bullshit, man.
Yeah.
No, it tries. I didn't say it does, but it tries at least half
No,
the...
it doesn't!
It tries to take itself seriously, so when it's blatantly not taking itself seriously...
The moon! The moon!
Plan was to...
Why is the moon and blown in half? What? You fucked up the fucking touchscreen thing. How could
I'm sorry, you did it in order.
Ow.
Oh, fuck you! The game dropped me on spike balls. Fuck you, game. That was just obnoxious. I couldn't avoid those.
Do you guys ever get, like, really demotivated when you get hit twice in a row in a special stage like this?
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
demoted. The game forces me to get hit when I didn't deserve it.
Or you could have just not done the homing attack thing.
Ted, you know with that logic, you can just run into every spiked ball and say, I don't deserve this.
See, it did it again! What the fuck?
Or you could do it like that guy in Little Nicky. I deserve this! I deserve this! You missed it again. What?
What the hell happened?
You
I
didn't
must
even
have
the one.
pressed... You see, it's hard to tell what I missed because you can't see me using the stylus in these sections.
But you didn't even hit the one that time. What was that? That was pitiful.
By the way, guys, hey, it's a new day.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna change my way. Change what? Your my way. But what does that mean? I don't know. I'm just gonna change it, alright? Stop asking me these questions.
I can understand change my way or it's a nice day, but I don't understand any other lyric. Can you guys hear any of that?
Sometimes.
But you see, that performance was pitiful and I still passed the special stage.
Yup.
Rice got it? As in, she got
Wow.
right.
You got the first emerald. Fourth. What?
Damn.
No,
Game
now, no,
two-
he had to import the green version of that emerald. So
The
now he's
green-
got all of the Gen 1 emeralds.
Emerald is usually the first one you get, and for some reason, the fact that it's the fourth in this game just... Wow, that was terrible.
that was your own damn fault, Ted.
Well, I thought that there was like another, I messed up on the launchy thing, so I thought there was a lower pathway that I might have gone down.
The green emerald you usually get first?
Multiple-
No.
Oh, not usually.
I'm thinking of...
It varies all the time.
It's
Yeah, I'm
just
thinking-
Sonic Adventure 2 that's the first one you get.
Oh, it's Sonic Adventure 2. Like, is it?
Yeah, well, it's the
Well,
first one
on the
you
dark
see.
side story, yeah.
No, it's the first one you see in the hero story is Shadow with the green emerald. And also, emeralds are normally green. So I think we just assume that's the first one you're supposed to get.
Hey, well, Chaos Cubic Zirconium doesn't exactly roll off the tip of your tongue.
Diamondoid?
What?
The noise these things obnoxious.
It's the sound quality on the sound effects is just really low.
Yeah. That makes it double obnoxious, though.
It's not as bad if you're wearing headphones, but it's still pretty annoying.
No,
Holy shit! It's a boulder that has no chance of catching us!
Well, the thing is that the game can a lot of game. I think this game has a headphones mode. The thing is, a lot of games on handheld systems know that they can't. The speakers aren't good enough to output the sound effects that the system is capable of making. So they put mode with higher quality versions of the sound effects and music. I don't know if Sonic Rush has that option though.
Are you sure?
Well, the thing is that like you know the Game Boy Advance is pretty much more powerful than a Super Nintendo, but the sound quality is always worse. That's because the speakers on a Game Boy Advance are of lower quality than those you would find on your normal TV, so the games have to be designed with worse sound chips so that it would sound okay coming out of the Game Boy Advance's speakers. So like a lot of games, if you put in headphones and you switch on headphone mode, a bit better. Not too much, but noticeable. Actually,
yeah, now that you said it, I remember Fusion and Zero Mission having that option.
It's just more, it's a hardware limitation rather than a...
design one.
Yeah, than a design one.
Well, more designing around the hardware limitation.
Oh.
It's just like, even with 3DS, 3DS games are capable of outputting orchestral music, and quite a few games do that. But the sound quality on that orchestral music is a little bit odd sounding, and that's just because the 3DS can't handle outputting a full orchestral soundtrack and the quality you'd get on like a headset or on speakers, or if you actually went to an orchestra.
Part of me wants to say, if you're playing a handheld system without headphones, the fuck are you doing? Then I remembered that the SP was built without those, so I have to ask...
I'm usually playing handhelds when I'm taking a shit. I don't have time to put headphones on.
No, I have headphones on most of the time when I'm playing handheld games, but that's because
it just depends on where I'm playing it.
Well, I'm usually in like a lunchroom or outside where there's so much ambient noise that I can't hear the if I have headphones on.
If I'm playing a handheld while I'm like on the bed or getting ready to go to sleep, then I'll have headphones on. But every other time, no, I'm like somewhere else.
Well, wearing headphones while in my bed's obnoxious because I like to lay on my side, so my earphones just sort of dig into my skull and it hurts like hell.
You play handhelds laying on your side?
Well, that's because I like lying on my side when I'm trying to go to sleep.
I'm talking more of just playing handhelds on the bed.
Well, yeah, because if I'm lying on my back, then I gotta hold the thing up in front of my face, which hurts my arms after a while.
Well, that's against the bedpost.
Well, no, I can never find a comfortable way to sit like that. I always get...
pillows. Lots and lots of pillows.
And if I'm lying on my stomach, I can't breathe. So I've learned to lie on my side a long time ago, and I've learned to deal with it.
Or what you could just do what I do and find a nice comfy chair.
Is what everyone comes to Brain Scratch Cons for, to hear us talk about our sleeping habits.
Hey, you.
We're the one whining about it.
No!
Wait, I love how putting the two screens like directly on top of each other without the space between them completely ruins the effect.
Yeah, the game's designed to have a little bit of extra space in between each other, so it compensates for the material in between both screens.
The problem is that it's slightly different depending on which version model of the DS that you have, which isn't too bad since you're never doing anything that requires you to aim between the screens, but if you're playing something like Yoshi's Island DS, it's obnoxious.
Well, I'd imagine when you're recording the footage for this, you're looking at the actual DS and up.
Oh no, the computer screen has some lag on it. So, like a slight amount of lag, and I'm not playing Sonic with any of that shit, so... Yeah, I'm looking at the DS the entire time.
Recordings usually do introduce lag, unfortunately.
Well, it's like, it's not too much of a deal if you're recording like an RPG or whatever that doesn't require timing. But if you're playing anything that requires you to, like, play, then you really need to be looking at the system itself and not at,
of course, the way the gaming industry
You actually got hit by it.
But I don't know what happened. I was holding down the boot as fast as I possibly could, and it killed me. The hell?
I have no idea how that happened.
See, look, did the same exact thing, didn't die. What the fuck?
Weren't going fast enough.
I was going to say, the way the game industry is going, even the RPGs are going to need precise timing soon anyway, because apparently you can't just have a turn-based battle system anymore.
Tell us the
Bravely
Pokemon.
Default, Bravely Default Flying Fairy, I think, is just your traditional turn-based
What
RPG.
about Pokemon?
I'm just talking about, you know, the way the game industry. Oh my god, turn-based battles are so boring. We need to introduce like fast-paced action into this stuff.
I don't really get that because you know there's a place for sort of like slower strategy-based RPGs. Like I had a ton of fun playing through the 3DS Dragon Quest remakes. Those were all very traditional, slow turn-based RPG.
Most of my favorite RPGs are the ones where you stop, think, and deliberate because that's kind of what strategy is.
Stop, think, and collaborate.
You know, you could just walk away from this fucking boss. He can't chase you.
But he's got like an emerald or something.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have an emerald.
Oh, so we're just doing this to be dicks. Okay.
The thing is that we're chasing after. I think we're trying to look for Blaze at this point.
And we just keep running into Eggman Mega, yeah.
I don't get it. This game introduces a story, but doesn't give us any reason to fight the bad guy other than he's a bad guy.
Well, I believe it's often they mention it. It's like, isn't the dimensions warping?
Yeah,
at
but
some
killing
point?
Eggman isn't going to fix that. If anything, it'll make it worse. I mean, I don't claim to be an expert in interdimensional physics, but
So the guy who reads comic books.
I think by this point in the series, Sonic just has this deeply ingrained instinct that says, see Eggman,
Beat up Eggman.
beat up Eggman, and that ends the level.
And that just solves all of our problems.
It's like, there's a giant super weapon that needs to be turned off. Don't even think about finding a generator or something. Just find Eggman, beat him up, it'll blow up the thing. Somehow.
Well, for all we know, we're not actually...
Jesus God, that the rings flew out everywhere.
Eggman Nega is actually just trapped inside a machine that won't stop.
I was going on this carnival ride, now it's malfunctioning. Help!
A toad!
Where's the off button? No, you see, this isn't Sonic beating up Eggman. This is a rescue op.
okay, Eggman, did you make sure to wear your seatbelt before getting onto the ride?
No, Eggman.
Actually, this might be the fastest-paced boss in the game so far.
Well, that's because they give you that little green thing you can potentially hit him twice in a row. More of these bosses need shit like that.
They need more of those green things to bounce off of.
Well, not necessarily that, it just you need to be able to hit Eggman more often. There's too many instances in these boss fights where you're just waiting for him to do the one attack you can counterattack, and it's bullshit. I don't get this sort of counterattack mentality to boss design because it makes no sense from the perspective of the boss itself. Because I'm Eggman
themselves intentionally vulnerable for you to beat them.
Well, but the thing is that I'm Eggman. I make a machine that can't be hurt unless if I do one specific attack that will make it so that Sonic can counterattack. Don't do that one attack! You'll never lose!
But they're contractually obligated to do so, Ted. That's how a video game works. Getting paid for this.
Well, to be fair, that can be said about a lot of platforming bosses, especially in the 3D era.
Still,
Vertical strafing?
It's like,
well,
Cortex, at the end of Crash 1, throws out several different colors of laser blast, and the only time you can ever hit him is when he shoots the one color you can rebound at him.
well,
So-
I get it for
He keeps
3D. I get it for 3D bosses because they're inherently more complex. But for 2D bosses like this, it's
One's Cortex boss was one of the simplest fucking things ever. Run left, run right. Could have been a 2D boss.
Hey Knuckles, why are you here? I don't know, I walked onto the set and they told me I wasn't supposed to be here today. But you know, I'm already here, so I decided to clock in, get my
This
mandatory.
is an example of the game throwing characters in for the sake of having them in the game. There
Well,
was
no,
no...
we needed Knuckles to punch this rock for us.
Even though we have a boost feature.
Hey, Knuckles! Where's your island?
Master Emerald.
Oh right.
Oh, right, I'm supposed to clock in 2 minutes. Oh,
And that's why we don't see him for the rest of the game. Oh, right. he goes
That's the last time we see him.